Kansas City was buzzing with anticipation as the day of the Chiefs' Super Bowl parade finally arrived. Fans clad in red and gold lined the streets, eagerly awaiting the chance to cheer on their beloved team and celebrate their historic victory. Amongst the crowd were Dominic Miller and Lyndell, two individuals with vastly different backgrounds, but whose paths would tragically intersect in the most unexpected of ways. Dominic Miller was a young man with a troubled past. He had struggled with adversity for much of his life. Growing up in a neighborhood plagued by poverty and crime, he found himself drawn into a cycle of violence and despair from a young age. Despite his best efforts to break free from this destructive pattern, the allure of easy money and street life proved too difficult to resist. On the other side of the city, Lyndell was a relative newcomer to the Kansas City area, having recently relocated in search of a fresh start. With aspirations of building a better life for himself and his family, he had eagerly embraced the opportunity to immerse himself in the vibrant culture and community spirit for which the city was known for. Little did he know that his newfound sense of hope and optimism would soon be shattered by the events that would unfold on this fateful day. The atmosphere was electric with excitement and anticipation, but amidst the sea of cheering fans, a tension hung in the air. What began as a minor altercation between two strangers quickly escalated into a full-blown confrontation, with tempers flaring and emotions running high. In the heat of the moment, words, back and forth, soon turned to blows, and before anyone could intervene, firearms were drawn and shots rang out, shattering the peace and tranquility of the parade. Tragically, among those caught in the line of fire was a woman named Lisa Galvan, who was a beloved member of the community whose life was cut short in the blink of an eye. She was a dedicated DJ and radio host. Lisa had spent years bringing joy and laughter to the airwaves. Her infectious enthusiasm and love for music touched lives of countless listeners. But her untimely death sent shockwaves through the community, leaving behind a void that could never be filled. As dust finally began to settle and the extent of the tragedy became clear, the community was left grappling with the myriad of unanswered questions. For example, how would such a senseless, tragic amount of violence erupt suddenly on a day that would have been of celebration and unity? What could have been done to prevent such a tragedy from happening again in the future? In the days and weeks that followed, the city came together to mourn the loss of Lisa Galvan and others who had been injured, and to demand justice for the victims and their families. Dominic Miller and Lyndell, the perpetrators of this heinous act, were swiftly apprehended and brought to justice, but the scars left by their actions would linger long after they had been held to account. As we conclude our journey through the controversial chronicles, let us not forget the light that guides us amidst the darkness. Let us remember Lisa Galvan, whose legacy reminds us of the power of love, community, and resilience in the face of adversity. May her spirit inspire us to seek justice, find hope, and cherish the bonds that unite us all.